Stanley. Can you believe, boys and girls, that this used to be my book for when I was a little girl? It's true. It looks a little old, doesn't it? But that just means it's well loved. Look at that. And look at something else. Oh, somebody wrote on the book. Who could that have been? Me? I don't know. Oh, look at this. I think it was me. Oh no, but I was little, maybe just 4 or 5 years old. I didn't know the rules, but believe me, once I knew that it was not acceptable to write in books, I didn't do it anymore. But this is a good reminder to me that everybody makes mistakes, right? Everybody makes mistakes. But when we know better, we do better. Anyway, this is a story about Stanley. He's a caveman, and he's not afraid to be himself. But that's a problem because it makes the other cavemen very angry, and they get very upset with him, and they chase him away. But you know what? Stanley just keeps on going, being different. And by the end, everybody finds out that being different is not a bad idea at all. Let's read the story of Stanley. Pictures and Words by Syd Hoff. Stanley, Story and Pictures by Syd Hoff. A long time ago, there were no houses, and people lived in caves. No houses. They lived in caves. Stanley lived in a cave, but he did not like it. No. The cave was cold, so Stanley was cold. Cold. His head hurt because he had to sleep with it on a rock. What? No pillow? Yuck. Bats flew around as if they owned the place. Why can't we find a better way to live? Asked Stanley. This is good enough for us, said the other cavemen. Why isn't it good enough for you? The cavemen didn't see any problem sleeping in a cave with a rock for a pillow. But Stanley didn't think that was a good idea. The cavemen carried clubs. Ooh, they were very tough. Stanley was tough too. But he liked to plant seeds in the ground and watch them grow. Guess what else he liked to do? He liked to paint pictures. And best of all, he liked to be nice to people. He was also kind to animals. Oh, those are wonderful attributes, aren't they? We should all strive to be like Stanley, nice to people and kind to animals. But guess what? The other cavemen did not want Stanley to act this way. Can't you act more like a caveman? They asked. But Stanley didn't answer. He went on planting seeds and painting pictures. He went on being kind to animals and nice to people. He even started saying things like, please and thank you. And lovely day today, isn't it? What do you call that when you say please and thank you? Manners, that's right. Being polite. This made the other cavemen very angry. You can't live here, they said. Beat it! Ooh. They didn't like that he was different, that he was polite, that he was nice, that he was kind. They threw rocks at Stanley and chased him away. Oh, that's not nice at all. Just because you can be tough and strong doesn't mean you should be a bully, right? Right. Oh, we're sorry you lost your cave, said the animals. I don't care, said Stanley. It was cold anyway. He looked for a place to live. You can't live up here. You can't live in a nest, said the bird. You can't live in the water, said the fish. You can't live in the ground, said the worm. Oh, maybe I can live in a tree, said Stanley. Not while I'm up here, said the ape. Nope, can't live up in the tree. Oh, maybe I can live in space, said Stanley. He jumped off a rock. Gravity won't allow that, will it, boys and girls? Nope. Ouch, said Stanley. I guess I can't live in space. Stanley saw a field. Oh, does anybody mind if I live here? He asked. I don't mind if you don't snore, said an animal who's going to sleep. I don't mind if you don't eat too much grass, said an animal who was eating. I don't mind if you don't take up too much room, said a very, very, very big animal. Stanley made himself at home, nice and comfy. This isn't bad, he said. This is not bad at all. But uh-oh, something happened. Suddenly the wind blew and Stanley was cold again. The rain fell and he was wet. There was nothing to cover him. What was he going to do? This is worse than the cave, said Stanley. So he made walls to keep out the wind. He made a roof to keep out the rain. That looks familiar. What is he doing here? Can you know? Can you tell me? What is it? I think you know. He made a door, windows and chimney. You're right. He made a house. Yay. It's the first house I ever saw, said a field mouse. It's the first house I ever built, said Stanley. Won't you stay here and live with me? I can't. I belong in the field, but I will come and visit you from time to time, said the field mouse. Stanley painted pictures. He planted seeds in the ground and watched them grow. He loved his house, but he was lonesome. I wonder how my friends are, he said. Do you remember his friends? Those tough cavemen? Well, the cavemen were out hunting for animals. They were out hunting for animals, and they carried their clubs. Remember how tough they are? Look who's after us with their silly clubs, said the animals. Let's chase them out of here. They chased the the cavemen. Stanley saw the cavemen running. He saw them running. What to do? What to do? Don't be afraid, he said. I won't let them hurt you. He made the animals psh, psh, go away. You saved us, Stanley, said the caveman. Thank you. Come back and live in our cave, said one caveman. Do you think Stanley's going to go back and live in the cave with the cavemen? I don't think so either. Caves are old-fashioned, said Stanley. Come and see where I live. He showed them his house. A cave is for bears. A house is for people, said Stanley. You know what? You are right. You are right, Stanley, said the caveman. This is the way we want to live too. Oh. So they all made houses. Stanley showed them how to paint pictures and plant seeds. He showed them how to be nice to each other and kind to animals. And everybody was happy. Stanley, he taught them a good lesson, didn't he? It's a good message for all of us, right? Be different. Be a leader, not a follower. You never know. You could invent something like Stanley did. He invented the house. I like this story. I hope you did too.